Hey, how's everybody doing? 115, 115. All right. Can't get anything out to you by the end of the day, so I just wanted to pop in. So we've had a kind of a rocky day here for the most part, I'd say. The futures have been inside all day. What I call shadow boxing. This is what I call that. It's like when you're looking in the mirror and you're throwing punches, right? It's looking right back at you. So this was just horrible. We got the one which didn't change anything. So here we are now, coming another actionable coming back inside right now on the 30, and we're going to flip there in about 13 minutes. All right, so see if we can see. We do have. What we have done is we've buttoned up the SPY a little bit better here. All right, still sitting red, but it got a little thinner. Okay, and but as we start to pull back down, that will start to change too. All right, so the week was there. It hasn't really changed much. The week has been there. Okay, and the day we did get up to 690.13, and now we pulled back about $2 and change. All right, so chop, 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 like horribly. And now you got a 2-1 back inside. We'll see what anything shakes out from there. All right, triple Qs, same thing. Same exact thing was going on with the Qs. And here you go. Sorry, wrong stock there. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Seriously? Okay, there's triple Qs. Actionable back inside. All right, 2-1 on the 30. Weeks still it hasn't changed a bit really. Okay, and we're still still pretty thick here on the monthly. All right, on Qs. All right, so nobody's taken out any of the weeks here on the lag 7. All right, so continuation. Not. All right, so we're not going anywhere. We'll wait and see. And again, could easily just triangle out that week very easily. Okay, so we know we're coming down from something we're almost 2 months down. All right, so it's not going to be easy to turn that thing around. All right, so there it is, and then your diamonds. Diamonds moved up pretty good while he was talking, and now they're taking some profits. Okay, so we had some chatter that drove them up, and now you got some profit taken from that. Okay, so we do finish the day with an outside day. All right, so we're gonna have an outside day coming in on Monday, and then we know that Monday we've got exactly 5 days left, and the month will end. All right, stocks. Stocks. All right, so I could look at a couple of the gappers that we had this morning here. Tandem's been really, really good. Up 35%. It was up 40%. So it starts to pull back down here now. All right, you got a 30 reversal coming back down. That could be a little pivot machine gun coming back down on the downside. If it really wanted to pick up some steam, you could you got stops at the bottom of all these bars. All right, so keep an eye on that if you're in that. And then the other one that was moving pretty good with it was the Ring RNG. All right, RNG, another nice one here. Love the month outside month, right? With a week to go yet, even. I probably start to see this come back in a little bit. All right, a little bit more room for Sneaky Pete coming back inside there. All right, I wouldn't be surprised after a day like today. I mean, there hasn't been much profit taking today, as you can see, chopping. So we'll see. I don't really know this stock. First time I saw it, but hell of a day today, right? That's all I can really say about it. All right. Nike, got up on that move when they announced that the tariffs were no good. Uh, we ran up and we gave it all back plus, and then you get the 3-1-2 back up trying to hold. All right, so we'll see if that can continue to go to the upside. All right, as we got the actionable inside now, we'll see if this thing it's turned around. It's gotten better. It's back up to 64.91. The thing is still great. You took you took a shave off of that week, off of that month for sure. All right, but I think Nike's still doing good. But this big day today, all right, this is going to create kind of a vac. It's going to be tough to get back up to 68.47. That thing just got a little carried away. So don't be. You're gonna have to be super patient with this thing now, all right? Because you're going to come inside here, and you're going to be trapped inside no matter where you go. But we'll see where the new month starts to go. And we'll see. I would love to even. I don't need to get back up to the highs of this month, but I'd like to get back to there, right? 67.17 or something like that. I think that would assure me that things are still looking good, and we got a good chance to get that 313. All right, so that's the hopes for Nike if we can keep that going. All right, Akamai today was a gapper and just garbage. Trying to go down to the lows of the day as we get closer to the close now. All right, this has been just giving it up all day. 2-1, there's your 2-1 on your week. All right, you got shooter down a month. So tech still continues to not do well, and that's just the way it goes. So we got discretionaries got better on this move. All right, so I had a pretty good day on XLY. We're not finished yet here. 7 minutes to go. We'll get the flip. But discretionaries holding up pretty good. All right, now coming back inside right now, and everything's been jagging here. So now we got the one back inside here. All right, so we got an actionable there. Month is still not good, and the week is good. So divided. Okay, so we're still divided on that one. All right, so just sit tight. XRT retail, a little better here now. You got the inside month, okay, 2-1. So we'll look for that 2-1-2 month back up. I'll tell you, retail's been pretty good. Even coming in, like even with the hammer up and the shooter down at the end of the year, right here, you had the hammer go up and that shooter go down, and they still had the wherewithal to get back up. All right, so interesting enough. We'll see what happens there. That's why I say all the time, whenever you see shooter, that's shooter. I'm sorry. All right, shooter there. All right, but holding. All right, so we got the 2-1 inside here. Now we see what happens with the actionable. All right, that thing could go either way at this point. All right, but a little better here right now on XRT. All right, energy kind of fell apart with this when all this business came out. XLE took a dive, 222 back down, and we turned around and they fought back again here. So interestingly enough, that was a nice turnaround on the 1-1-2 back up, but now kind of chopping again here now. Okay, so XLE, real stout on the month still. Okay, and stuck in the middle on the week, and that's the way that's going to stay. All right, but that's still bullish. As long as you're in there and you're green. You're doing all right in there on XLE. We'll see if anything changes with that. Okay, what else? A couple of things here. Old Dominion Freight Lines having a good day today. Truckers with the 2-2 up to start the year. ODFL. I like the 2-1-2 on the week up back here now. All right, look for more on these truckers coming up. And you had the nice December. Right? So I'm sorry. Yeah, December, right? Boom, boom. Right? So December, Jan, Feb, 2-2 up to start the year. looking pretty good on Old Dominion Freight Lines, okay? CHR Robinson is another one there on your truckers. All in the industrials, right? And we know that the industrials pushed it up to 50,000 on the Dow, and we've backed off by about 480 points now, coming back down. All right, so you got an outside month here with a week to go. See if it could change anything there. Big outside day today, and it looks like it wants to close out on the highs right now. So look for the 3-2-2 back up and get some expansion on that. And you got a 2-1 inside, and it's buried inside. So we'll be looking for this one next week as well. CHR Robinson, JBHT, JB Hunt, 2-2 up to start the year. Very nice, 234.82. It's the high of the month. We're 2-1 in here. We're looking for continuation to the upside. As you can see, last year came out the opposite way. This year, they're coming out the other way. You see that? So they had to shoot her down 2-2. That's 4 straight months to down. It got back up inside here and chopped for 4 months, 5 months basically, okay? And then turned around at the end of the year and they got it back up. So looking for the 2-2 up like we had this coming down. We're probably going to be looking at some of that coming back down, maybe coming into April. We'll see if they can hold up. All right, truckers. All right, they're a little better right now. Okay, right now. We look at a couple of the rails. There's not much. So Central South Railway with the hammer up and 2 up on the month. This thing's starting out real hot too. I'm talking hot. All right, 2-2 up on the week here. All right, so we got 1 week to go. So there's the 3 week, which triggered all this, and now we would see what next week brings. It could be higher here. This thing's moving up really, really nice, all right? So Central South Railway, looking across here, hasn't seen these prices in at least 3 years. That was the closest we were at 39.85, all right? So Central South Railway looking pretty good, all right? Norfolk Southern, NSC, 2-2 up, all right? So transportation, all right? 2-2 up on the month to start the year, and then you pull up IYT, okay? IYT, all right? That's your transportation iShares. Look at this thing, 2-2 up, all right? So some real strength on transportation. We'll look for more to see if we can get more on those. I think there's room for them still. U-Haul kind of not doing anything. It's the outside month. U-Haul, you know what a U-Haul is, right? So 3-3 to start the year. 3-3. All right. So gonna come out of somewhere out of that one. Okay. Ryder. There's another one. 2 up on the Ryder. Look at the 2-1-2 on the Ryder. That's nice. 2-1-2 on the month there. All right. So industrials. Now, all that being said, we'll look at XLI, right? Made the high, 178.22. All right. And believing it or not, holding up fairly well considering that the diamonds have pulled back. Okay. Now, they haven't pulled back by much. All right, what's that, 505? I mean, we're really only about 12 or 13 bucks off of the highs right now. But watching this is going to be important, okay? See how this week, see how this week, we'll see how this thing comes in next week, all right? You should get that 2-1-2 back up if we get the Dow back up. But, you know, we're going to need some help from the SPY, and you're going to need some help from the Qs as we get a little bit better here. And the worst of the bunch is still going to be the Qs because tech stocks are just not getting it. All right, but NVIDIA spent another $30 billion to make sure that that they're going to keep it going. All right, so it's like the Cookie Monster over there, man. You got to keep feeding this guy. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. We've got a couple of names that we look good, that are starting the year good. And we'll see how things go. And again, we'll make a video at the end of the first week of March, and we'll have a kind of an idea. Let them open is what we say. So let a week go by and see how March starts to set up. I said March can be a weird month, and like a lion, out like a lamb. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But we do have St. Patty's Day in there, and we got the basketball. So we got the NC2A coming into town as well. So that's all good stuff. All right. So everybody have a wonderful weekend, and be good.